Hello, everybody. Welcome to TSAM Digital. My name is Anam Khan. I'm the head of content here at Fox on Media. And joined by me today, I have John Wallis. John is the global head of relationship management and sales at BBH Investment Operations and Infomediary. Hello, John. How are you?
Hello, Anam. Very nice to see you. How are things?
Everything's good. Thank you very much. How are things at your end?
Very good, very good. Looking forward to an interesting few days with you. So thank you.
Definitely, definitely. Perfect, John. To begin things off, can we have a brief introduction about yourself and can you introduce BBH as well?
Sure, thank you. Well, for those of you who are not familiar with BBH, we are a bank. We're somewhat unusual in that we are one of the few privately held banks left, which gives us a very close relationship to our clients and a very different view on the world. The part of the business that I'm involved in is our investment operations and our intermediary business, which, as we'll come on to in a minute, is quite a unique data integration technology we've had for many years. And we work with asset managers on their operating models in the investment operations space, helping them find efficiencies and improvements in those models. We've been doing so for many, many years. So very much looking forward to telling you a little bit more about that in a moment.
Perfect. And just to kick things off, John, we're living in a very uncertain world and asset managers are facing a lot of challenges. What are the main challenges that asset managers are facing nowadays?
Well, our clients are telling us that they're spending a lot of time right now thinking about their operating models. And that's really driven by two trends or two broad trends. The first one you can sort of characterize as the need for more data, specifically broader, more timely data. And that need is really driven primarily by the front office, but also by asset managers' clients and by regulators, as well as sort of competitive pressure, if you like. So a good example might be, the front office needing more timely and accurate cash position, cash forecast data for their trading functions at the start of the day and throughout the day. Other examples might be in response to the trend towards ESG. The entire business itself needs a lot more data, both for the investment process, for clients, for marketing, and so on. So there's a much broader data set. And of course, it's more than just data itself. It's the operational processes that support that, and the rest of the operating model. But it really kind of boils down to data. And then the second real trend is the need for efficiency. I mean, I think remote working has exposed a lot of the remaining manual processes that existed within the industry that are kind of snuck under the radar and somehow survived. But those have now been exposed and as kind of weak links in the chain. And firms are having to address that in a world where they are being asked to do a lot more with either the same resources or in some cases less, as they respond to margin pressure and competitive pressure and so on. So those are the key trends that our clients are telling us about.
And how are asset managers responding to these challenges?
Well, I think they're taking two approaches, quite different approaches, actually, almost diametrically opposed approaches. Some firms are going down the route of consolidation, consolidating service providers, consolidating systems, often into single provider relationships and platforms. Others are taking a more component-based approach. They're taking a more tactical, more step-by-step approach of prioritizing the issues that are causing them most concern and addressing them in a more sequenced way. Both approaches have their pros and cons. I think a lot of it depends on where you start the process from, where your starting point is, and what your sensitivities are. Some firms like consolidation. They like the fact that they have a simplified service provider setup. They like the pricing power. But it also does require that they put all their operational eggs in one basket. And these projects usually come with a fairly large integration effort. And those kind of projects in these times, firms have less appetite for that kind of approach is our observation. So a component-based approach is usually a lot less risk, can usually be done more quickly and with greater return on investment. It can potentially leave clients or asset managers with data integration challenges, potentially. We'll talk about that perhaps in a minute. But the component approach does seem to be one that's better aligned with the times, and we do see more interest in it from clients at the moment.
Mm-hmm. And where does BBH come into action? How can BBH help asset managers here?
Well, we have solutions, as you might expect or you might hope, that can address both approaches. So we've got a suite of managed services and technology tools that, when you take them together, really address the core of an investment manager's investment operations, that sort of area of their operating model. However, it can be broken down into individual components, and those components have all been designed to work independently of each other. You can buy them independently of each other. They can be deployed in conjunction with a client's own internal solutions or products and services that you get from other providers. So we can really address that component based approach to change. But perhaps most importantly, we have this product called Intermediary, which I mentioned right at the start. And that's a data integration tool that's got quite a long heritage over many years of helping asset managers address the data integration challenges of a component-based approach that really allows you to knit everything together into one consolidated operating model. So, really depending on what your preference is, whether you've got, an individual specific problem that you need solving, whether you need more wholesale change, or whether you just need help kind of knitting together what you already have into a more coherent data architecture. We've got a variety of different solutions that can help, all backed up by our own experts and our subject matter expertise. And the kind of service model that those of you who know BBH and know our reputation, we work hard on that reputation for service, and it comes with that layer of attention. So that's really where we can fit, and we're delighted to be here with you today. And we hope to talk to many of the attendees today.
Yes, definitely. And you are participating at the tech show as well. And hopefully our attendees can join us then and look into more details around what BBH can provide us.
Very much look forward to it. Thank you.
Thank you very much for this call.